The key of G is what we're pulling from for this song, Good, Good Father. And we've got a lot of chords to look at here. They're close, some of them already just one note or two apart, but we've got a wide variety that we need to be ready for. If you need to stop and practice any of the chords as we go, do so, and make sure that you can navigate from chord to chord as we go through these changes. You want them to be nice and smooth for this one. Since we're going to start with the key of G, we're going to work at our G chords first, and that's going to be simply a G and a B and a D to give us our G major chord. We're also going to have a G sus that happens back and forth between a regular G major chord. To do this, we're going to shift our third finger off and begin to play now the fourth finger on the C, put those three notes together, G, C, D, and that's our G sus, technically a G sus 4. So G sus 4 back to the G, and that gives a lot of the movement in the verses especially. We're going to have also a G over B at some point in the song. To do the G over B, you play your G chord in your right hand, and it's just meaning that you change your bass note in the left hand to be a B itself. And maybe it's an octave, but sometimes you just keep it simple and clean, and you've got a G over B with a single bass note right there. The next chord that we want to look at is our C. And to do this, we're going to be playing what's going to pull from a C2 sound. All that means is that for most of the song, we're going to be playing not just the normal C, E, and G that you do for a C major chord. There's your basic notes right there, C, E, and G. We're going to spread them out a little bit different here, and we're going to be often reaching down to an inversion, the first inversion of the C, of an E, G, and C up top. But what we're going to do, since we have our C in a bass note down here, or right here, is we're going to reach up to a D note on the top note here, add it right there. We're playing almost like a C9, kind of crazy way to think about it. Don't get flustered by the numbers, just add a D way up high as your top note, now with a C chord. And that's just a big low-end chord that brings a lot of layers of sound that we'll use in the song. So there's our C chord. And then we're going to move to the D. All right, so we've got a D that's going to be simply D, F sharp, A for the basic D major chord. And then for a D sus, which we also go to in this song, same idea as with the G sus. You get rid of that third and you play the fourth note. So a D, G, A together. And try going back and forth just between the regular D major and the D sus. There we go. There's our D and D sus chords. Then we have an A minor 7. A minor 7, so 4 notes involved in this chord. To build this, it's an A minor, so an A, C, natural, E, and then all the way up to a G. Those are the 4 notes that we'll use for that. Remember that you can use your left hand bass note to kind of break the chord apart a little bit. If you play that note of the chord with your left hand, that means all you'd have to play is the top 3 notes, put them together, you've got an A minor 7. We'll look at the specific voicing of that going through the chord progressions. The last one to look at, last but not least, is E minor 7. Same idea of 4 notes, but in E minor 7, E, G, B, and D. E minor 7 is our 4 notes for the E minor 7 last chord that we have to learn. Put those together and we're going to have all we need for the chord progressions of Good, Good Father.